Here's some other things that I want you to do. It's a process that you do to prepare yourself. You have to be organized to go out and build a business. You have to be organized to go build a business. And I wanted to make sure that I was organized in the way that I approached the business. That is the difference between an amateur and a professionals. You know, we say amateurs join businesses, successful people launch businesses. We launch, we get them off the ground with a huge boost of power and momentum so we can grow a major business. And I'm going to show you all how to take it from just joining the business to launching the business. And there are some steps that you need to have and put in place in order to do that, okay? The first step that I did was I decided and I learned to do is to go on and build myself a list. In this case, you probably want to build a list of potential prospects and potential customers. Your customers don't have to be your prospects. Your customers only utilize your product, they utilize your services that you may be offering, but your list of people that you're going to have for prospects are people that you're going to actually do an exposure to at some point in time to expose the business to them. You should always have a list of people going through what we call a pipeline, meaning that they're going through some point of exposure. From the first exposure to the second exposure, hopefully getting started to the third exposure if they need more information. And you just keep them going through the process. Because what we know, sometimes in sales period, the sales cycle, the business cycle, or whatever you want to say of exposure, and sometimes when you look at insurance, real estate, you can look at various services, people who look at your opportunity for the first time, everybody don't join the first time. Sometimes they don't actually make a move to buy into whatever it is that you offer until after the fifth to sixth time. Sometimes you have to follow up. But the first thing is first. That first thing is to build a list. And that way now you can have some organization to what you do. One thing I do know, the fortune is already in your pocket or in your purse. The fortune is already in your pocket. And sometimes we keep our cell phones in our pocket. And I said, you know what, perfect example. You have it right there in your hand. What I have right now is my cell phone in my hand. It's worth millions and millions of dollars because this information that I've captured in my phone, in terms of my phone book, I have high quality people in here. And quite honestly, even myself, I haven't gone through everybody in my phone yet. The business has been growing so fast. Sometimes when you find the right, and this is also called being a responsible sponsor. I just don't throw mud against the wall and see what sticks. I'm very careful with that. Now, sometimes you may have to go on and do it until you get it right, and you're gonna mess some people up, and it's okay to mess some people up. I'm gonna give you permission to mess some people up. What do I mean by that? Your approach in the beginning may not be as polished as some of the key people that you know. Your approach, and that's all right. And if they say no, you get a chance to say something like this. You know what? I was just practicing on you anyway. I'm gonna go to the next person, and whatever makes you feel good. And I've done it a couple of times, because they say no and they said it pretty tough. And I just said, you know what? I was just practicing on you anyway. So let me get back to you. And I went on to the next person and learned from that interaction. And it was done tactfully. So the fortune is already in your pocket or in your purse. That means that's your cell phone in this example.